Welcome to Sunday Morning Quarterback with Jay Stockwell and Bob Frady.
Welcome to Sunday Morning Quarterback. I am Jay Stockwell.
I'm Bob Frady.
And I'm George Stockwell.
And we are subdued at the moment.
Subdued for many reasons.
Licking our wounds after a 21-7 loss to the United States.
21-17.
21-17 loss to United States of California, USC.
To the University of Spoiled Children.
And we
should be Nebraska. We're USC.
But I am here to tell you right now, this is a silver lining long term.
Okay, hold on. I know what you're saying. Let's focus on the game first.
Hey, you know what? Moment of silence for Dylan Raiola. It's rough. Even if I don't think he's our fit, but he fought and he's
broke his leg.
You got to feel bad for him. He really
leg.
wants to play, you know.
I do feel bad for him. I do. I think with him in the game, I think we win that game. And I rewatched all the second half. You know, I rewatched all the key plays in the game. I mean, if Emmett Johnson doesn't fall down on the 4th and 1, you know what I mean? We still have a chance in that game. We held the number 1 offense in the country to 355 yards.
I wouldn't say held. I would say we let them run all over us for 200 yards.
Yeah,
fewer passing yards.
I was just about to get there. On the downside, we got absolutely smoked in the run game, and we've got a ton of work to do. However, this is why I'm optimistic, Mr. Frady.
I know why.
Lateef, the Chief.
TJ Lateef. Now, God bless him. He went in and did what he could do in a situation like that. But now he's going to have a whole week to prepare.
He looked so forlorn on the bench. I remember watching him in the first half. I'm like, he just looks so sad.
Yeah,
it's
now
like,
he's the guy.
Now he's the guy.
I literally knew this would happen. I knew this would happen. I think it's going to be good long term for this crew because I think we're going to bring Dylan Raiola back. We've got the deep pockets to do it. I think Lateef is going to come back. You need 2 healthy quarterbacks. Next year, this is going to be a good thing. And
I would say this about that.
We've said
Rhule.
We said next year every year. We got to focus on these last 3. Raiola's going to leave next year. I don't know how you guys.
No way. Not a chance.
Hold on, we're not talking about next year. We're talking about the USC game.
Truth. We've got 3 more games, and I think Lateef looked good. He can run the ball. He had a couple fumbles, but he can run the ball. It was poor play calling. He had a couple times where he had one in his eye hunter right in his hands, which is double coverage. He can throw the ball. He can run the ball. And it's what we need with a bad O-line. So I think he's the medicine we need.
Here's what I think. Here's my summary of the USC game. Matt Rhule got outcoached by quite possibly the worst big game coach in the United States of America.
Yeah.
Lincoln Riley is a terrible coach. He's a fantastic recruiter.
Rhule dropped the ball. The timeouts, just wasted timeouts.
It was shy. Listen, if you need to win a big game, Lincoln Riley is not the guy you want driving the boat. And even at halftime, he said, we have to get the passing game more involved. He's so in love with the passing game. Till finally, someone seemed to talk sense to him and say, we're steamrolling these guys in the run game. Let's just keep running and see what happens. Now, they needed a trick play to win the game. They needed a flea flicker on a 40-yard bomb.
That was a great play.
It was a great play, but the probability of success on that play is like 20%.
And it worked. Lucky it worked.
And it worked, but the guy's a terrible coach, and Matt Rhule lost to him. So, that's a damning indictment.
That was the
coaching staff.
That was the worst, in my opinion, the worst third quarter of coaching Nebraska has had since Scott Frost was fired. It was so we were within their field goal range 3 times. 3 times. One of them was when Raiola got hurt. Well, the second time was when Kyle Cunanan missed the kick because Lateef got it was the fumble, wasn't it? It was a fumble.
He kicked because they were going for 4th and 1, and then they called the timeout, and then they did the kick.
Terrible timeout. Terrible timeout.
Here's the thing.
It was just a couple really bad calls. Really
The
bad calls.
Achilles heel of the Matt Rhule era. Lack of halftime adjustments comes back to bite them again.
Yeah.
The third quarters are look at every third quarter against a real team, not the Zipless or one of the Division III teams that they play. It's like after halftime, you're holding on for dear life and hoping for a fourth quarter rally because halftime adjustments just seem beyond the pale of the coaching
But
staff
hold
right
on.
now.
With the exception of Northwestern, where we scored a touchdown on a kickoff return.
Scoring a touchdown on a kickoff return is not a halftime adjustment.
No,
It's
no, I
lost.
know that. But they came out in the third quarter in that game and did really well.
But look at Michigan. Look at this game. All the games that you need to win, the halftime adjustments are terrible, and they keep getting closer to having a good offense. When they threw that pass to Lindenmeyer over the middle for a 30-yard gain, it's like, finally. I think the tight ends should sue the offensive coordinator for malpractice because why you don't have a strong tight end game in the Big Ten where it's windy and it's cold, I still don't understand.
Yep.
You got these long-ass developing plays. There's no drag routes. There's no quick – and the quick hitters are all bubble screens. It's like, and you're throwing it into a crowd. It's like, come on. So I just am so frustrated watching this team, and the offensive line gets blamed. There's lots of ways to cover for your offensive line. Quick hitting passes is number one, and B, the tight end. Watch any pro game. What happens when the backup quarterback comes in? The tight end goes off because the tight end is the backup quarterback's safety valve. Yet we don't have a strong tight end game, and so there's no safety valve. It's ridiculous.
I think you could genuinely pick plays off of Madden 26 and have a better chance at getting yards than the BS that Dana Holgorsen.
Dana Holgorsen lies awake at night, thinking of stupid plays. Is that what you meant, George?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. That's actually what I said.
Yeah.
That's what you meant.
Listen, he's doing the best that he can. I understand that.
Yeah,
But this was not a
Shut up.
Dana Holgorsen problem. This is a Satterfield problem as well. Lack of development of the tight ends. That's a head coaching problem.
Okay,
When
but
you have the same problem against two different people, that's the boss's problem, not the coach's problem.
He handed the ball off 29 times.
Yep.
Our guy, Emmett Johnson, he ran for 165 yards. And on the 4th and 1 in the fourth quarter, Emmett Johnson fell over untouched on the 4th and 1. Literally fell over. So the players have to make the plays at the end of the game.
You can't get mad at Emmett Johnson though. Johnson.
No, but on the
Emmett Johnson
key, on the
plays hard
key
out.
play of the fourth quarter, like remember last week Dylan made third down 4 times in a row and won the game. So our guy, no wonder he's crying after the game. I mean, he was bummed out because he dropped the ball, literally dropped.
The fact that the team was in that position is because of the lack of creativity on the offensive game plan by our offensive coordinator.
Thank you.
All right, so, but back to why this is a good thing. We are going to get to see TJ Lateef really develop in the next 3 games. I don't care if we win or lose at this point. We're going to a bowl game. Like, we're not going to be in the playoff. We're not.
All right, I kind of want to win out. You want to win out though. 9-3 looks like.
I'd like to. No question about it.
TJ Lateef looked overmatched in the game. Now we've been saying all year, why isn't there a package where he comes in, plays a few plays, gets used to the big intensity, playing against William and Mary and Joseph and Mary or whoever they played against in those 2 blowout games isn't the same thing as playing against USC on a blackout night.
Agreed, 100%.
Now, guys, I still think Lateef is the answer. I seriously think he looked really solid when the coaches actually when he decided to run the ball. I think that it works to hand the ball off to Emmett Johnson until you have 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and the coaching plays are let's keep handing the ball off. You need to let Lateef run the offense every once in a while.
Why there weren't more sprint draws? I was like, RPOs, like, where is this? Where's the creativity? And it was working just running the ball, but USC isn't stupid. It's like they figured out, okay, they're just going to try to pound us into submission. And to a certain extent, it worked really well. But at the same time, it's like, there were so many opportunities where it's like, I just don't understand what you're doing. And where's the tight end? Where's the 5-yard out? And then when they do throw to the tight end, he's looking back this way at the quarterback, and the whole game's behind him. I'm like, you're going to get killed in that situation eventually.
Every
you need
single
to be running
time.
up the field, not parallel to the field. And
Yeah.
I don't get this offensive philosophy. I hate it. I think that TJ Lateef is going to get smashed in one of these games because of a lack of good, quick options on his passing routes.
We are the only team in the whole country that this is what you've been saying the whole freaking last 3 weeks, Uncle Bob. We're the only team that doesn't use Luke Lindenmeyer is a great tight end, an amazing tight end in my opinion. We don't use the 2 times a game we use him. It's a 20-yard great pass and it's a great play. He runs over people, and we don't do it. And I also, when was the last time you ever saw Nebraska just do a quick in route? You know what I mean? It's always
a drag across the middle.
I swear, every single time we throw something, look, Dylan Raiola makes good throws, but it's a prayer to Dane Key, and it's a 30-yard fade. It's not like a deep fade. It's like a 30-yard up here, and it works 1 every 5 times, and it's like a freaking prayer. You know what I mean?
I'm not going to say bad things about Dylan Raiola. Kid played his heart out,
it's not,
broke his freaking leg.
I didn't say anything bad about Dylan Raiola. It's the play calling.
Like when okay, let's assume for a second that Dylan Raiola is Pat Mahomes Jr. Who does he go to? Who does Pat Mahomes go to when he needs a play?
He's tight end Travis freaking Kelce.
Exactly.
Travis Kelce.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's Dylan's fault. I think Dylan's been playing great. I just think that the play calling around him has been terrible.
It's like, what? Where's Carter Nelson? He's supposed to be this big recruit. It's like, can he not play?
Yes.
Is he terrible? But we don't put tight ends on the field. It's
no.
Like, I don't.
I don't get
except
it.
to block. And then when they had 2 tight ends, when they went heavy, they had success running the ball. So what you do, you play action off the 2 tight ends. The counter trade play for USC worked like a charm all game. It's like, have a basic set of plays where you know it's going to work. So it's very frustrating. The defense played their heart out in the first half. I was thrilled at halftime. And in the second half, the adjustments were like, what are you guys doing? And just the game, just as we've seen many, many times, game just faded right away.
Yeah,
and
it was
disappointing.
so easy to predict that Nebraska was going to lose that game after just you see us miss a field goal, you see Rhule get hurt, and then you see us have another chance, and you're like, oh, we can make this.
And then because you see USC, they're blowing on their hands, they got hot pockets in their pockets, they're freezing.
Yeah,
and we gave them back the momentum in the second half, and it was
really rough.
It was sad. It wasn't rough. It was sad because, like you said, George, it was predictable.
So predictable.
And so TJ Lateef is going to get killed unless they have a better offensive game plan.
I agree.
Because he's a little guy. He's like 6 feet. He's 30 pounds lighter than Raiola and shorter.
But he's fast.
He's fast. He can run.
Look, the reason Mahomes has so much. Look, I'm not saying Raiola is even close to as good as Mahomes, but he has a very similar play style. The reason Mahomes is so good is because he has a great offensive coordinator who actually makes plays where he gets the ball out lightning quick, and he doesn't have to worry about getting hit. Raiola has to worry about the tight end or the wide receiver or whatever the hell Holgerson has his guys doing a freaking 360 loop-de-loop before going up the field and him tossing a prayer while getting hit by 2 6'3", like 270-pound guys. He's getting killed. And it's just such poor offensive management. I will
say that the game really changed when Pritchett went out.
Yeah.
Pritchett was played a hell of a ball game, and when he went down, that it got problematic. Then him and Raiola went down after that. It became very problematic. I'm not sure, but he was, OWT. He was out, and so just disappointing. It's just disappointing. And it was funny. A friend of mine, USC friend of mine, said, "Why is USC playing San Diego State?" So, because their uniform is the same uniform that San Diego State has.
Dude, we got to talk about how freaking awesome that blackout was. That is That is something we need to bring back. That was
Our guy Willie C on the Bustin' with the Boys was pretty pumped about. He's like, the fans did everything they could. The place looked amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Even the end zones were black. So
That was,
you know,
it was so cool. It was, you didn't see red in the stadium, which everyone thought there was going to be, and there was none. It was you got to give props to Troy Dannon. He's a great AD. He's a great AD.
You know who I feel really bad for in this situation are the fans of Nebraska, because we've been getting kicked in the nuts for the last 12 years. And Nebraska was
nailed up. We just got a baseball bat filled with nails, and just freaking Poppy from the Boston Red Sox just went right up there, right in the nuts, just slammed us in the nuts right there. Is what it felt like, and it was really, it was
sad.
like you put it in your pants. You put a grenade in your pants.
Yeah.
Big Poppy.
Well,
Big
I've never had a grenade in my pants, so I can't.
That's what it
listen, I don't know
feels
what
like.
you kids do these days with your pants. I really can't comment on that.
Oh,
But I've never had a grenade in my pants.
Whoa, Uncle Bob. Wow.
If I have a grenade in my pants, it's out the back door, not the front door. So I don't want to get on that whole.
So we're gonna cut out my comment about Dana Holgerson, but not that
we're gonna
last
keep
30
that.
seconds.
That's gonna be short.
Perfect.
Adam Carricker in the background. Look at him go.
Yeah, look at him. Look at him. And it's like, it's just sad. You know, the good people of Nebraska are just starving for a winner, and we just doubled down on Matt Rhule. And I got a few texts from some people like, that's bad money. I'm like, we'll see what happens.
So Matt Rhule has not, George, you know the stats. He's not being
okay, here, I got it right here. He has won two games versus ranked teams in his career. Both of them were at Temple versus non-Power 4 teams. It was Navy and then like North Texas or something, some crappy team. He has never beaten a Power 4. He is 0-19 now versus Power 4 teams that are ranked. It is going to, guys, I'm going to be honest, it's going to keep happening. It's going to keep happening.
So the biggest beneficiary of Franklin getting fired at Penn State is Matt Rhule, because he gets a contract extension. You know, he's already happy in Lincoln, you know.
I don't understand college administrators giving away these giant contracts. And
no. In Nebraska, it's different though, dude. The football is separate. It's a separate corporation.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It sets
a bad precedent.
It doesn't affect the university.
Because I'm not talking about who pays for it.
How many coaches have been fired though? It's like a dozen already.
But that's the point. It's like they're fired because they don't live up to their contract. They get this huge contract. They get a little happy and comfortable. And next thing you know, maybe they're not as desperate. And then boom, they're out. And the university's booster club has to pay. But what it does is it says, now if I want to get new talent, I got to pay this extraordinary contract because Alabama or LSU dumped a shit ton of money on a coach who probably didn't deserve it. So now everybody else has to ratchet up to compete.
Yeah.
And so you end up in these situations.
The thing that's the upside is there's never been more parity in college football. The ratings are through the friggin' roof. Indiana is the number 2 team in the country, and it was nowhere 2 years ago. I mean, it's pretty cool how things can change now in the new environment. And I actually think Matt Rhule is enough of a CEO that he's going to figure out that he's got a bad O-line coach. And he, you know, he's going to make the moves required to get this thing on the right track.
No, I actually agree with you. No, I agree with him on this. We were talking about this earlier today, Commander. It takes Tom Osborne took a long time, you know. It could, you got to give him 1 or 2 more years. And I think, look, we're 6-3 still, guys. We didn't have that with Scott Frost. We didn't have that with Mike Riley. We didn't have that with Mickey Joseph. We're on a slightly better you're not going to go from, look, I'm going to be honest. You're not going to go from a crappy team to a 10-2, 11-1 playoff team in 1 year, even though every single Nebraska fan is optimistic. It's
unless you're Indiana.
It's yeah, unless you have Kirk Signetti, who's
just Google him. He wins.
Yeah,
I will disagree with you, Stockwell. I don't think the offensive line coach is the problem. I think the offensive philosophy is the problem. And that's, you got to match to what you have. And a lot of time, and this is what's hard about coaching. People want kids who can play their system, but if you can't get those kids, you keep the same system and those kids fail, rather than adapting your program to the talent that you have on staff.
What's going to be really interesting, though, is if this guy can now adapt to TJ Lateef, because this is a lot more like
it's a lot more like the kid at West Virginia who we had way back when, Pat something or other.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot more like Turner Gill.
Yeah.
It's a lot more like Adrian Martinez. No, actually Taylor Martinez. More like Taylor Martinez.
I think that Taylor. I think he's a lot like Adrian Martinez, in my opinion. Adrian Martinez was a good player. He just bad coaching. I mean, you saw him go to K-State the next year and ball out, and then he goes to the pros and wins the USFL MVP. It's all about the coaching. He has the talent. TJ Lateef has the talent. Dylan Raiola has the talent. All the offensive line guys have the talent. All of our skill guys have the talent. It's coaching, dude. It's coaching. It's offense. It's the offensive play calling. It is coaching. That is our main problem. That is the number one problem right there. 100%.
The number two problem, lack of fat guys in the middle. It's like I like seeing yoked football players, but at the same time, I want a 320-pound run stuffer in the middle of the line, and we don't have it. And God bless those guys. They're trying hard, but we're getting run over every game.
Yeah.
So in the portal,
that is really we got to get players in here.
You got to get some. It's called the Big Ten for a reason. They need to be 10% bigger than the rest of the players in the conference, because that's what they are.
Yeah.
They're 10% bigger than every other conference. That's why they're the Big Ten.
I love it. All right, let's go around the league here real quick, because we're already at 22 minutes.
Cincinnati lost, didn't they? Cincinnati lost.
They got spanked.
They got smoked. So
Utah's a tough place to play.
But
Penn
no
State
real surprises.
lost.
No real surprises in the Big Ten. Michigan had a struggle with, Purdue at Michigan, 21-16.
No.
Listen,
Michigan's not good.
Michigan was a game we punted, basically. Listen, guy runs out of the end zone, doesn't catch the touchdown, costs us. Well, that doesn't cost us, but would have made the difference in the game. Guy falls down at the 1-yard line, makes the difference in the game.
Michigan State at Minnesota.
They went to OT and Minnesota clutched up.
Yep. Yeah. We literally should be 7-1 right now.
We are. It's the thing is we aren't though. We are.
Yeah.
And we're in the asshole of the Big Ten at the moment. So.
Yeah.
But there is an opportunity to right the ship.
We should be 8-1 right now.
Yeah. But we're not. We're not. You know what I mean? We're not.
Yeah.
There's an opportunity to right the ship.
Yep.
The season is not the encouraging thing. As much as we've been bitching about the coaching staff, the encouraging thing is they're starting to get it. It's like
they handed the ball off 29 times to Emmett.
It's like you have
5.7 yards carry. Just do it all.
One of the two best running backs in the Big Ten, and
use them. Make me so happy is not like triple option. It's just Lateef read option.
Yeah.
Emmett Johnson can be lethal, dude. With a little RPO, a little drag, right? It's guys. I think if we did drag routes, no stupid play action plays, run the ball again, and and read options, and I think we would have a great offense. I'm not an offensive coordinator, but it's not that hard in my opinion. It would really work.
I would say the theories are simple. The execution is difficult. It's like shoot 3-pointers. It's not that hard. The execution's difficult.
All right. Despite our frustrations, we're 6-3. We got 3 games to go. Commander's pick of 8-4 still viable.
I don't want to go to the Chunky Chicken Bowl. I want to go to a bowl in a good town where it's warm and I can play golf.
Yes. And on that note, I will say, got
Go Big Red!
Look, guys, I would be loud, but Mom is sleeping, so I'm just gonna get Go Big Red.